Hello, hello, and welcome to part 2 of the Infiniti rebuild. In part 1, I went to PA to get that wrecked Q50, take it back to New Jersey, was able to get it started. Drove it in and take the motor out. As you can see, the chassis is badly damaged. And on further inspection of the motor, I realized that the driver's side motor mount bracket was broken. It was going to cost me approximately $4,000 to have someone repair the chassis. So I've decided to go a different route that cost me only $500. And if you stay tuned to the end, I'll let you know exactly how much it cost me up to this point. Now, this is a 2019 salvage chassis. Not sure why that's the case, but it has never been in an accident. It is in perfect condition, and yes, I am not looking forward to all that work I've created now for myself, but I'm sure looking forward to the end result and sharing the journey with you all. Alright guys, so today I'm back on this car. This car is a crash car, and it's gonna be the donor car for the shell that I have in New York. I'm now in Jersey at my brother's shop, and today I'm going to see how much I can get done in taking this apart, because everything on this car has to go on the other one, which is unfortunate, but that's the case. So what we're gonna do is to take the harnesses out. Unfortunately, the harness on this car is different from the harness on the other one, so we have to take everything out. So this one from in the engine area here, the firewall, that goes right around, we'll have to go. The two in the car, one on the left and one on the right. Well, this is the left, that's the right. Both of them have to come out. So without further ado, all right, so in order for me to get the seats out, I'm gonna have to apply power to the car so they can move forward. I'm struggling here. All right, so you live and you learn.
Alright, so we take this seat out, the front seat out. There's not enough space back there to take out this front seat, which is the passenger front seat. So I'm going to attempt to pull it out on this side all by myself. So let's watch the magic work. Alright guys, what time is it? Oh, 6 p.m. Oh my gosh, I've been here all day. Oh, let me show you guys. Whew. Alright, so we have done the seats. Look at this mess, the carpet. These are the junk from the trunk. And all of this, so it's almost looking like a shell of a car. Oh, the doors. The doors are over there. And we still have the harness to go in the engine room. We still have the dashboard to go, the steering column, and the rest of the wire harness. And we need to take the trunk off. So we have quite a bit still left. But we're on a mission and we're heading there. Let's see, put in maybe 2 more hours and that's it. Hopefully. Hopefully, Mr. Wilson, hopefully. You don't think we can get it done in 2 hours? Oh my gosh, I think we can get it done in 2 hours.
All right, so there's a problem. And the problem is because I did not do my homework. I thought Infiniti 1 and Infiniti 2, it's just different year and they're all the same, but it's not. The chassis that was crashed is a rear-wheel drive, and the new one I got is an all-wheel drive, so the front end is different. I attempt to get everything from the crash one to put on the new one so I could move it over to Jersey. But I was in for a surprise because nothing fits. So the rack and pinion, the subframe, the lower control arm, and the struts are not the same. But luckily Q, big up, in Queens, he had all the parts and he tried to help me out with the build. So he swapped the rack and pinion and he charged me a small fee to swap out the other parts. So we can now proceed and get this thing together. Alright guys, so I'm back at it with this shell of a car. Well, right now, as you can see, we took the wheel off the crash car, put it on this, was able to get it into the shop, which was perfect, and I was able to also get a hood for it. So for this today, I have quite a bit of work to do on it. One, the harness, I did take some of it out. The engine room body harness, I was able to take out the harness that runs along the passenger side on the floor. I was able to take out, and I still have one harness to take out on the right side. Well, is that the driver's side? Yes, it's the driver's side. So I have one harness to take out on the driver's side, and I also have the entire dashboard frame here to take out. So I'm gonna have to get these out, and then I can start putting it back together with the harness, the seat belts, the airbags, put in the carpet. I think this needs a fuel pump, so I have to take the fuel pump from the crash car to put in this one. And from there, we'll just take it step by step. So let's get started. It's now time to start putting this thing back together. So what we're gonna start with, I think I need to start with the engine room harness. There's two brake line that was cut in the front there, so I'm gonna replace those, and we're gonna put the harness back in. I think that's the right way to start. Put the harness back in, plug in stuff up together, and then we start putting back, you know, the carpet, the dashboard frame in with the harness from the crash car. And so far, it's looking pretty scary, I must admit. Pretty scary, because now I'm gonna have to try to remember where everything goes. And that's gonna be
That's gonna be a pain. So if you like what you see so far, please like, share, and subscribe. That will help the channel out a lot. And let's get into it. Now, where do I really start? Okay, so there's a few things that I wanted to mention. So before I was able to get the car to this stage where the interior, the dashboard, and the center console is in, the SRS unit had to be changed because this SRS unit has the airbag recorded on it. So the airbag in the steering wheel was deployed and the curtain airbag was deployed. So it's going to be recorded in this. I think it can be reset, but I was able to get a new one. Well, not a new one, but a replacement one for, a reasonable price. So that was one thing that had to be changed before we could get it all the way to where it is right now. I ran into a bit of a problem with the seat belts. I do not want to put the seats in until I get the seat belts installed. I probably can install it and then push it forward, and then do the seat belts later on. But for now, I think I'm gonna put a hold on that just because I do not have the seat belts. The seat belts, the problem I have, the seat belts is literally from this car. But from the crash one, it's different. I remember I'm taking everything from the crash one to put onto this one. So let me show you what's going on. All right, so this is the seat belt that came from this chassis. And this is the one that's locked out. Well, this part is retracting because this is the passenger side and the airbag wasn't deployed on the passenger side. But look at this. If you looked on this, this is shrinked. And on this one, this is how it should look, right? So even though this part is retracting, this part seemed to be bad. And I don't know if I can take this one off and put it on this. Not sure, so I'm gonna leave that alone for now. But this one seemed to have a motor on it and a connector, and this won't move because it seemed to be locked. Probably has to be plugged up first before it can be activated. So for now, I need to get new seat belts. All right, guys, so today is an exciting day where we can get the engine in. The motor is right here. We pull off some MacGyver stuff to get it out from next door. And Mr. Wilson is over there, you know, he's the star because he's gonna be the one to basically put this engine in. I'm gonna just be helping. Hopefully we'll get the doors in too. The doors on, not in. And that seat maybe not, but this fender is the fender from the crash cart. Has a little kink in it, but hopefully we can get that straightened out. All right, so let's get the motor in.
And before we get that motor in, we want to do a few things on the engine first, like the AC clutch, idle pulley, water pump, drive belt, and then the motor mount bracket.
All right, right now we have to put this motor mount on, and I thought it was just pulling these 4 bolts and replacing it, but seems like the turbo is in the way. So not sure what we're gonna have to take off. Plus we don't have any gaskets or anything right now because that wasn't in the plan. But let's see. Let's see what Mr. Wilson says.
All right, everyone, so we now have a big problem. 2 things. We take the turbo off, which we have to almost take one side of the engine down, and we replace the broken motor mount brackets. After which we attempt to put the motor on the subframe, and it will not fit. The engine is coming from a rear-wheel drive, and we are putting it in a all-wheel drive chassis. So now the subframe is different, so of course it's gonna bolt up different. We're looking at it and wonder what is wrong. What part of it makes it doesn't fit? And it's the motor mount bracket. So the brackets are different. We're gonna have to reorder that bracket, and when it comes, take that side of the engine off again, not only one side but both sides, to change both brackets, and then attempt once again to put that motor on the subframe. So for now we are feeling a little bit defeated, and there's nothing we can do about it but to retire for tonight, get the motor mount bracket, and install it at a later date. So for now, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.